What's up, GamerCade Nation? You are listening to PlayStation and Pizza. This is episode 11. This is GCN's PlayStation-centric podcast. This is your ultimate destination for everything PlayStation. I'm your host, Chris Gillette, along with Garth Moore, as usual, the Sponge Belt. You guys know
Hello.
him. He's the sidekick. Oh, man, this episode is going to be packed. Right off the bat, I'll let you know that we will not be getting into much of this week's releases that we usually do. So if you guys are looking forward to that, I'm sorry. If you guys want to do so, you can go over to, I think it's us.blog.playstation.com. And that's where you can find all your weekly releases. That's where we get ours. That's where we read them off to you guys and all that good stuff. We're going to talk a lot about E3 rumors, our predictions, and all the leaks and stuff that we've heard so far. If you don't want to hear anything about the leaks, then you'll probably want to stay away from that. But first of all, after we talk about what we've been playing, we'll jump right into the predictions, which is the topic of the show, and then we'll jump into the leaks and a couple tidbits of news. And so, just giving you a heads up ahead of time. So if you don't want to hear anything about the leaks, you're trying to stay away from everything, then I highly recommend just shutting down the episode after we do our predictions. Garth, what do you? Today you've been rambling on about the NBA 2K16
Yes.
career, and
Yeah, I've been saving. I've been saving up for this moment. Actually,
yeah, I know we got that free PlayStation Plus and Gone Home, and I've been down. I knew you ran through Gone Home, and tell me about that real quick before because I haven't played it, but not spoiling anything for myself or any other people that haven't played it, but you said you ran through it in about an hour, which I know was a very short game.
hour and a half to 2 hours,
Okay.
almost.
Well, what would you give it? What kind of pizza would you give that game since you finished it?
A nice, very nice, cheap Totino's pizza rolls. How's that?
Oh,
Does that
pizza
count as pizza
rolls, but nice
Does that count as
Tostito
pizza?
pizzas. Yeah, that's fine. It's in
Because
some.
those are cheap. You can eat those easily, and
Oh,
they're
like
you
the
can eat
game
them
is cheap.
fast.
Uh,
Yeah,
right,
you can eat them fast.
right.
So
So
that kind of counts.
how was the story of the game?
It was pretty interesting, actually.
Really? Okay.
I
This-
really got invested into the characters and the storytelling and the talking.
Very nice. Yeah. See, there. Who was the studio that did this again?
I forgot.
I'm trying to remember right off the bat. I can't remember, but their next game will be Tacoma, which is set in a space station. It's going to have a similar type of, walking simulator kind of game. So I heard it's pretty interesting. But anyway, so this was a fun game, and it was well worth the 2 hours.
I wouldn't say fun because fun like these aren't really my type of games anyways, but it
Right.
was interesting. Like I seen things,
Okay.
I was like, oh wow, I didn't know I would see that in the game and stuff. Like they had interesting little little stuff in the game where you're just like, oh wow, that's
Did you
pretty
feel
neat.
like it was a horror game sometimes? Like, I mean, did you think that's what kind of game it was going to be when
It
you
was a
start?
creepy game, that's
Right.
for sure. Yeah,
People say that Gone Home reminds them that when the thunderstorms and stuff are going on outside, that
completely. Yeah.
it kind of has a creepy vibe. And they didn't even mean to do that. So if anyone was expecting a horror game from this, it's definitely not that. Um, yeah, everybody says it gives a creepy vibe. I'm gonna like that. I'm gonna enjoy that very much. So that's awesome.
Yeah. So now NBA on the other hand, oh,
Yeah.
that's the opposite of character development and actually caring about
Right.
characters. Now, before people get the wrong idea, this is a fantastic game with great gameplay, great
Hey, hold on, just
graphics.
one second. Garth, just 1 second.
What?
I think we might be having a problem, or maybe not. I don't know.
With my mic?
Let me see. We're live streaming now. Sorry about the hiccup. I want to find out something real quick because for some reason I can't see my mic activity down below. But when I go,
That's
just let me try something real quick.
Okay.
Okay, let's see. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. Let me I'm gonna jump to YouTube just
You don't
really
sound
quick.
any different than you normally do.
No, I just I just want to make sure that it's recording me and it doesn't sound like you're talking to yourself.
Right. Yeah. Okay.
So just let me. I just want to double check that. Just 1 second. We'll be able to find out very soon. All right, it says we're live now. All right, I can hear myself. Good.
Cool. All right.
Okay. I clicked on it and it's like, all right, it says we're live now. And I was like, okay, I just said that. So good. Very beautiful. All right. Anyways, sorry to interrupt you. I just wanted to make sure I didn't sound like you're talking to yourself.
So let me just start over then.
Okay.
Pretty much the graphics are great.
I'm gone home, right?
Sound. No, for NBA. Since
NBA. Okay. Okay. NBA. We jumped to NBA to 2K16. Okay.
Since I already talked about Gone Home, I recommend it. But anyways, NBA on the other hand, great graphics, great gameplay. The game is great.
Right.
Until you hit the career mode, it is absolutely awful. Like cheesy voice acting, cheesy dialogue, horrible. Like, okay, first of all, you have a sister, all right? You have a twin sister, sister.
Right.
She's black, and I'm white. So how are we twins?
Right.
And your whole family's black. So that's the thing. It makes no sense whatsoever. And the fact, that Spike Lee came up with this idea, I really hope he stays away from video games after this game, because it's horrible. And why is every single, like, the facial animations look horrible? They look horrendous.
Yeah, the way they make the teeth kind of
like, why does every
single
teeth, like everybody's teeth, looks like they have golden grills? It's like they're all fans.
Really, I don't get that vibe. I get like a dark,
John.
shadowy look on them.
It looks like they're all. It looks like they're Lil Jon, and like, yeah, that's what they look like.
Hey, okay.
It looks terrible. I skip all the cutscenes. I don't
really
listen to them. I don't care.
So far, like, I just started. I'm getting ready to start my first college game. And I chose Kansas, obviously. KU, go Jayhawks.
I chose UCLA.
So I haven't thought the voice acting was that bad, but I did think a lot of the script that Spike Lee did for the story is very stereotypical.
Yes,
like yes, the characters are African American, but they're running around saying shit
which I don't have a problem with. But if I'm creating a white character, make my family like, it doesn't make any sense. Like, or at least say that I'm adopted.
Right. And another problem I had is like, I'll get to it in a second. But another problem I had was when you're choosing a face for, let's say you're a Caucasian male, and you're choosing a face, right? It seems like there's not many different shapes.
Like it's just a black person.
Yeah, an African American
with white skin or something.
Like, it would just change the skin, but the face kind of kept the same form.
Even the haircuts are shitty.
Right. I chose the gentleman fade, which I have in real life, but I need to get a trim up. But and that seems fine. I got my character pretty nice looking, the best I could. I even messed around with some of the sculpting features. How my lips kind of are, I messed with. How my nose kind of is, I messed with. My forehead, everything kind of. So I got it to the best I could, even though they didn't give you a lot to play with, which I'll tell you kind of why they did this. Is because they have that feature where you can take your face and put it into the game with the PlayStation camera. Now, I have a camera. I tried this, and it does not work very well because, for one, the lighting has to be perfect. If it is not perfect, it's a pain in the ass. So here I am fumbling with opening windows, turning on lights, making the light however possibly it's gonna make this thing work. Well, I've tried it, and it says tilt your head to the left and then to the right slowly or whatever. So I do it to the left, and I go to do it to the right. I'm almost all the way to the right, and it says there's been a problem detecting your face. So I'm like, okay, let me try it again. I've tried it probably about 40 times, and it does not work. And one time it worked, and my face came out like it kind of picked up some of my features, but I had a purpley looking birthmark around my eye and on my cheek. Like you see people with birthmarks and stuff. And I'm like, that is not me. That didn't work out very well. So that's a pain in the ass. So that didn't work out. I
Do you know what
expected.
else I can't? You know what else I can't stand is that you can't control what your character says. The fact that your character, your protagonist, has a voice kills the whole, just ruins the whole career, makes the
Right.
career even
Well, I mean,
worse.
it
Like
wouldn't ruin it if they had choices for voices. Like
which you can
Hiram.
do in the older games. It
Right.
makes no sense because
Right.
Spike Lee did it. That's why I'm saying
Right.
because Spike Lee was a part of it. He ruined the whole career.
Right. I Spike Lee
Because the reason
has had a
why
lot of. Go on.
I don't want like my protagonist to has a voice because he sounds black. Like I don't know
Right.
why,
Yeah.
dude. Like it doesn't make any sense.
Right.
Like
Yeah. He sounds like an
it's
African American, which I mean,
and not
that's
only
what they want
that,
the main character to
not only
be.
that,
But
but you can't even like interrupt and say shut up or something. Like this one guy,
right.
like your dad in the game, will be like, the money doesn't matter. I want you to go to college for 4 years or whatever instead of one. And I just want to like just interrupt and say shut up. Now I would
um.
never say that, to my
Right.
birthday, but I would, just because the
The
game,
game.
because
Yeah.
he's so annoying and I hate him. But yeah,
Uh. I do really like how you can play through high school and college. That
it's
is
very like
awesome.
it's very like rushed though. Like
It is right. Right.
it's only 4 games,
Right.
and
But it is
and like
still very
even if you
cool.
win or lose, like you still play those 4 games.
Yeah, but you
Like
see,
it's
I
weird.
I've came from a 2K background of I played for all the way from 2K to 2K6. Every game I got it every year, and then ever since 2K6, I kind of just here and there might have like picked up a game, and that's about it. I think the last one I actually bought, but it wasn't at full price. I think was probably like 2K10, and then never never purchased one again. And then we got one free PlayStation Plus was what 2K14, I think it was,
Yeah, that was
and
on
then
PS3 though,
right, and which
unfortunately.
was a good game,
Yeah,
um,
yeah. Which
and
the
then
career mode in that game is way better
way better, yeah,
because like and another thing too was so poorly executed. Like Spike Lee didn't think of this, but the other developers did. And this is like, why don't you interview owners? While I mean, you haven't reached this spot yet, but I mean, like you don't even interview like the general managers or owners of the teams that you're going to. Like they hype you up. Oh, you're going to be the number one overall pick. I end up going 22nd. Like it's so pointless. Like it was a waste
right.
of hype. And like
Well,
there's
I mean,
no
how well did
there's
you
no
play though? How many
I
points are you
played
scoring?
fine.
Right,
I scored like 10 points a game because the quarters
yeah.
aren't long.
Right,
But so like there was no build up at all.
right,
It just goes straight to the draft, and you're just like, oh, I'm drafted to the Bulls, to 22nd
right,
overall. So like, there was no like, because in the other games, they like 3 or 4 teams interview you and be like, okay, tell us why you would want to play for us. There's none of that whatsoever in this game. So
right.
they lowballed it, and it's horrible.
Well, I will say that like for me being a long to I played a lot of years. A lot of people haven't. This is something I hoped for a long time ago. So that being said, it makes me happy. I'm actually enjoying it. Yeah, the high school games are short. Yeah, the college games are short, but it's still cool that it's in there because I've kind of hoped for things like this for a long time, and then kind of getting it in a way like maybe not exactly how I
Good
planned.
idea, just
Right,
poorly executed.
right. And Spike Lee has kind of had an issue of doing films and stuff very stereotypical.
Like all this was like to put Spike Lee's ego over, like
Right.
he's just like, hey, look, I made this. This is cool. Like, look at
Right.
all these
And he is a big
stereotypes.
fan of the NBA, and
Yeah, and
so I
it's
mean,
like you need to
it makes sense, but it
stay
right,
away from games. And
right,
it's just like just writing in general because you
right.
suck.
But overall, besides like what you think of the career, and I'm
Like
having
other
fun
than
with
that,
it.
the game is great. The
The
game is
game is
fun.
great.
But
Presentation is great. I
yeah,
have not tried the online yet, so I'll have to see how that goes. But overall, great game.
yeah. By
Not
the way, oh yeah, I forgot. You haven't reached that yet. But I was going to ask you what team you got drafted by, but you haven't reached that far yet.
not yet. Hopefully Dallas Mavs, but we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
Um, but this week there was a patch for Homefront, so
Oh yeah.
my save is fixed. Surprisingly, I'm really happy with that. I didn't think they were going to be even capable of doing that. So hats off to them. I was patient enough to wait. Um, so I started playing the single player, and I kind of feel like since when my save did mess up, I went around doing like a bunch of side things. I kind of burned myself out on taking the strike points, so I kind of feel like rushing now. I feel like I have to rush, and
Yeah.
I'm trying to make up time that I haven't. So I'm just running straight to the main objectives, doing it. But I made it to this badass part of the game where every time you go to a new environment, it feels fresh and new, which I really like. It doesn't get stale or old. You know how in Metro, they wear the gas masks and everything?
Yeah.
Well, I made it to this part where the Koreans, the Norks, is what they call them in the game, um, they have this area. It's really polluted with the chemicals and stuff. Um, it's chemical warfare type. It's one area based on this, and have to run around with this gas mask on, and it looks crazy. Like the wind is blowing insane, and it's very very difficult because it's hard to see, but the enemies are everywhere. So it's really tough. But I like it. It's awesome. It made a really nice change of pace. It kind of feels like I'm playing Metro with a little bit of what is the game when I say not necessarily Call of Duty, but a little bit of that in there. I kind of get that vibe. But it's getting really fun, and I'm actually starting to join the campaign as more and more as it goes on. It's actually getting interesting. So, and this Homefront has actually nothing to do with the original. It's kind of just a
Which is
complete
what I don't understand. Which is kind
right.
of
Well, you can
disappointing.
blame probably
Like,
Crytek for that because,
yeah,
uh,
like it makes no sense.
right. I think they
They
just
don't
wanted
even
this.
acknowledge it.
Right. They just wanted to start over from scratch, probably. But anyways,
They
it
crisp and walled
right,
the first game.
right.
Doesn't exist.
So far, I would have to give this game about a 6.5.
Yeah.
But the reason I give it that high of a score is the co-op is so fun, and the unlockables are so good, and the frame rate is so good. It's weird because, like I was telling you, Garth, the frame rate is excellent in co-op. It's great. It's outstanding. It's like a 30 solid. And not only that, you're playing with four other people, and there's just the same amount of enemies as there is in the campaign. So I don't know if there's a lot of pretty details in the game. The game looks really pretty. It's just that it's run poorly. It's optimized poorly. But the co-op is where it is. It's very fun. So right now about a 6.5. It's a nice DiGiorno pizza when you don't feel like ordering one, and you just want to go to the store and slap one in your cart. So it's a nice DiGiorno, I guess. So
Okay.
it's not for everyone because I know some people hate DiGiorno, so that's perfect for Homefront. um, so I just wanted to throw that out there. So if people were on the
Okay.
fence of getting Homefront, then I would say wait until it's like $30 or less. I'm sure that it's going to be on sale this summer. So the patch is out now, so you don't have to worry about the game being broken. So yeah, I didn't mean to interrupt if you had anything else you had played.
Just actually, this week I started a new Borderlands character. I went back to that.
You started what? Say that again.
I started a new Borderlands.
Oh yeah, I seen you played that. I meant to ask you. Borderlands 2?
Yeah, Borderlands 2.
Oh, very nice.
Just by myself. I'm not
Right.
with anybody.
Yeah, I didn't know. I see the
I'm not the first time I'm actually playing it by myself too. I'm having fun.
Yeah, you can go at your own pace and all that. That'd be fun. Anything else?
Yeah. Some of the crew with Exorcist. He
Okay.
got the game, and yeah, we're
Very cool.
trying to get knock some trophies out.
Okay.
And yeah, we're having fun on that.
Very nice. I need to. Well, it's not available on Xbox. It will be later this month, but I downloaded Goat Simulator, but I haven't tried it yet.
The Xbox games hasn't came yet. It's
No, it's what they do. What they do
it's
is
June.
they release one on a date, and then in the middle of the month they'll release the next game.
Oh, so they did what PlayStation used to do.
Right. Yes, that's exactly what they do. But
you know what? Honestly, I kind of missed that formula. For
right.
PlayStation. It kind of gave you something to look forward to.
Yeah, it does. And not only that, if that last game, if you haven't caught it yet, then it gives you time to download it. You know, and it gives you a little extra time, like if you missed it. So I kind of like that.
Yeah.
So I'll check out the crew whenever it's available.
Yes. I know Dallas said he hasn't been. Maybe you and Dallas can play.
Maybe. Dallas has never really been into big racing games at all. So
because you guys can like help each other. Like,
right. I would probably try to play with Brett. Brett really likes those type of games. And by the way, he said All Points Bulletin, you know, ABP Reloaded. He said it's so terrible. Like the textures aren't even loading.
Oh yeah.
It's running at like 10 frames a second.
Oh my. Oh my.
Yeah, I watched a video of this guy who was playing, and he's like, "Look at these textures."
I kind of had a feeling that was going to happen. I mean, the graphics don't really look all that great. They kind of look like Saints Row 2, and you know how Saints Row 2.
Right. You know, it's really sad because I was really after that game has been out so long. You think that they would be highly prepared for this, and releasing a good product.
Better on PS4, but I doubt it.
Right. Yeah. and it's sad because this is a guy that created Grand Theft Auto 3 and then created his own studio. So he came from Rockstar and then he wanted to recreate APB, which was an old school game, and just kind of reimagined in a 3D world, open world. So it's cops versus robbers kind of game, but it's still very cool. It just sucks that they never executed it very well. So, but anyways, on consoles, that doesn't look very good. I guess we'll have to wait and see.
I bet it's also stuffed with a lot of microtransactions.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah, they already have stuff on it. Like you can get like what the entire game package would be at like $49.99. They have a bunch of other stuff too. So, but yeah, you play anything else though?
Just Okami as well. I'm trying to finish that. Okay. That's taken a long time. It's a long game.
Okay.
Yeah, but that's it. That's it.
Okay. I played. I've played a bunch of stuff this week. I've been trying to.
Yeah, me and you played some Alien Nation as well, which.
Oh yeah, right. Which I'm enjoying, and then I didn't get to catch it last night. I just ended up going to bed.
Yeah.
So I left my PlayStation on. What's that?
Fuck you, buddy.
Oh yeah. Well, I didn't mean to fall asleep though. I was talking to Veronica and laying down, just talking to her, and I left NBA on, and I think I was appearing offline, but I left NBA on, and I was right in the middle of a college game, is what it was. My first one, I think it was. Not college game. I'm sorry, the high school game. And I came and lay down and talked to her, and I passed out, and I woke up at 5 a.m. But I hadn't been asleep very long because, you know, I go to bed late as it is. So I woke up, and I was like, oh, I was so groggy. And I was like, oh, I got to finish this so I can save. And I actually started scoring right away. I was like, cool. It was a really close game. The computer right at the buzzer shot a 3 and beat me by 1 point. Oh, wow. I was like, oh, cool. I got to go to bed. So I went to bed. But I jumped on my PC and I was like, you know, they have a bunch of games on here that actually, I know this is a PlayStation podcast, forgive me, but this is the section where we talk about what we played. It's actually a mobile game. It's called Asphalt 8 Airborne. And what is the company? God damn it. It's the Games Loft. Anyways, Games Loft, they create that, and Modern Combat. So I was like, you know what? This game, this Asphalt 8 Airborne is a fucking great game, by the way. It's just like Burnout, but with a little bit of more spice on it. Like it has a little bit more craziness to it. So you can just plug in your controller. I have a PC controller that looks like PS2, and I like the way it feels. So I plugged that in and I started playing it, and I was getting achievements and stuff. That was really cool. I played online quite a bit too, and the game is great. I was having a blast with it. I just wish I can play with friends or somebody. The game just looks like a mobile game at like top-notch graphics, so it doesn't take a lot to run. And there's another game I have. These are all free, by the way. You can download them and check them out. There are some microtransactions and stuff, but you don't have to do it. There's a game that's like Gun. That you can also get achievements on. It's called Six Guns. It's pretty cool. I mean, it kind of reminds me of Gun a lot. It has multiplayer and stuff, but I don't know. It's all right. It feels very clunky, a little too old. But it's fun though. I mean, it's a nice alternative. And there's a bunch of silly games that are on the Windows Store too that I played. Demolition Derby, Crash Racing, and what was it? Monster Truck Destruction, which is just like Monster Truck Madness on the Nintendo 64.
Yeah.
It's just like it. So
Monster Truck Madness, the WCW game.
Oh yeah. And they're great.
Commercial
they're great.
had Kevin Nash in it.
Nice. So if you have Windows 10 or Windows 8, whatever, go to the Windows Store. You can download all those for free. They're good games. They're fun. It's crazy because I just wish I had more people to play them with because it would be a blast. And if you don't have a powerful PC, you don't have to really worry about it. They're small, simple games, but they're really fun. Now, PlayStation side of things, like I said, I was playing Homefront. I haven't got back to Doom yet. I've really been wanting to. The NBA 2K16. Kind of enjoying the career, but like you said, it's not as good as we wanted
the
to be.
The gameplay is immersive, just not.
Yeah, I love the gameplay.
Everything else is immersive.
Right, and I just like to think about my character and where I'm going, not really about the family story aspect. I just really care about myself, which sounds kind of fucked up.
Yeah.
And we played Alien Nation. So that's really what I got in this week. It's pretty much it for me. But I did, not PlayStation related, but I haven't got to catch up with you very much. But I started Banjo-Kazooie for the first time. And fucking, I'm loving it. It's great. So I'll talk to you guys more about that on the Gamescast. If you guys listen to that as well. But pretty much that's it. What do you say, Garth? We get into the topic of the week?
Yeah, sure.
Our topic of the show, topic of the week, whatever you want to call it. Anyways, every week, right after we talk about what's up and what we've been playing, you guys know it. You guys know the deal. It is topic of the week, and you know it already because we've mentioned it. E3 2016 predictions. Oh boy, it's right around the corner, literally. Well, EA starts first, right? I mean, it's not exactly E3, but
which is like the worst conference out of everybody.
True,
but EA, the EA is so boring.
Right, but you got to think differently this year because they're doing their own conference. That stage is going to be massive. They're putting a lot of money into this. I think it's going to be way more entertaining, and we're going to get a lot more surprises because you got to realize that last year we got a game that nobody expected EA to do, Unraveled. And Unravel 2 already got confirmed.
I remember that one EA conference. I think it was last year, the year before. They had spent like 30 minutes talking about mobile games, and then they spent another 30 minutes talking to some like soccer player. I'm like, what are you doing?
Yeah, I can't remember what his name was. Yeah.
Yeah. This is so boring. They can't do that this year. They can't.
No, if they do talk about mobile games, just spend like 2 minutes tops. Don't you? There's no sense.
You don't need to go in depth in mobile games. They're mobile games.
Right, and I know they make plenty of money from mobile games. And I'm sure I know Madden does really good mobile game wise.
That mobile games are fine, but I think the majority of the people that are there are not there to see the mobile games. They're there to see the real games. Like the super crazy hardcore games. You know what I mean? And
right.
sports games.
And that's why I say I think everybody's going to be thrown off. I think everybody's going to be blown away because they're spending a lot of money on this event. This is going to be a huge event. It's 2 days, and EA is spending a lot of money on this. There's going to be a lot of big games announced, shown, or actually games I already do know about, but we're going to see a lot from, like Titanfall, for instance. Titanfall 2. I'm sure we'll see Madden, which we've already seen. Doesn't look impressive at all. Looks like the same game.
I am impressed with the
It sounds like you're trying to move inside a chip bag or something, like you're moving around a lot or something.
Oh, I adjusted myself.
Oh, you just sound like you're moving around a lot.
Madden, I am impressed with the commentary though. Finally getting rid of Phil Sims and Jim Nance. Finally,
right? I mean, yeah. After how many years people have been complaining?
Yeah.
I wonder what took them so long.
I finally don't have to hear Phil Sims' voice anymore.
2K football games. 2K football games. Still the most impressive. Yeah. And they're not even real people.
Peter O'Keefe and Dan Stevens are my favorite.
Yes, exactly. And they're not even real people. So, but anyways, Garth, do you have anything predicted for EA conference that is actually starting on Saturday?
Battlefield 1 gameplay. Of course, obviously that's not.
Oh, come on, you could do better than that. Do you expect to see anything from them that is going to be surprising? Like, I think we'll get something new.
I think we'll see a new Dragon Age game.
Okay. I think that we'll see a Dragon Age Online.
Dragon Age Online.
Which is one of my predictions. Yeah, I think we'll see a Dragon Age Online. That's becoming the main thing for games like that, big like RPGs and stuff. We're starting to see an online iteration. So.
Yeah. Well, I mean, what else we got? I mean, what else could we possibly predict that is there that EA has?
Well, I just was mentioning EA just because
that's really my only prediction that I can
right.
think of that would
well, yeah, I just didn't want to focus much on EA, but I just thought I would bring it up because right. Yeah, I just thought I'd mention it because a lot of people are still forgetting that like Saturday is pretty much when the E3 kicks off. So, but this is the PlayStation podcast, and you know where we got to start is the PlayStation conference. Garth, we went to I went to the Facebook page, and I asked people, what they would predict. This is not necessarily Sony's conference, but I wanted to get this out of the way. Mama Delgato Julia herself from GCN, she went to put her 2 cents in there for sure and say Half-Life 3. She's not giving up, is she? She's always expecting Half-Life 3. Maybe she might get on the Sony conference. That'd be funny if we see Valve, that big Valve team.
Release episode 3. They haven't even done that.
Right, exactly. And Travis May says Evil Within 2. We'll get to that shortly. I think you can expect something from there. Corbin says a new Red Dead game. And then Josh Drago says he is going to be at E3 and he will be playing some games when they announce them. That's cool. Richard Blanco, he says God of War 4. So that's the predictions that we got so far from the Facebook group. So we'll have to wait and see. Garth, I'm going to start with you, though. We'll go around the table here. We'll do 5 predictions, but your 5th prediction has to be something big, like something insane off the wall.
Okay.
So we'll start with you.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Why do you sound so far away? What happened?
I'm not far away. I'm the same.
Huh? You sound far away to me.
Anyways.
There you go.
That sound. All right.
You're better. Very better.
All right. Anyways, so I'm gonna say first off, the Vita gets dropped to $99, like they announced that.
Okay.
During
PlayStation Vita.
To
great handheld.
And the PS3 announced to $129.
129. You're saying the PlayStation 3 is going to be $130 pretty much. Okay.
$130.
All right. So that's your first prediction.
Yes.
All right. Okay, so we got. So you pretty much put two into one little category. That's fine.
Well, the same, I don't know, the
Right.
same kind of. I think that
Okay.
I think they would say that together all at the same time.
Okay. Okay.
Or the concept together.
My first prediction will be that they'll bring up more backwards compatibility stuff because I know that they'll have to compete with Microsoft. Because I told you for my Microsoft conference prediction on the which you guys can go check out over at gamercade.squarespace.com over on that podcast tab. You guys can go check out the GamerCade podcast, which is GCN's Gamescast. I mentioned that they'll have original Xbox backwards compatibility. So that being said, I think that Sony's going to come out. They're going to show this big list of games, like PS2 games that are coming, and then they're going to surprise everyone with PS1 backwards compatibility
I
with
was going to predict that next. Damn it.
with upres, upscaled to like at least 720 or 1080. Not sure if they can go that higher with these games, but a nice border for the game, so it doesn't look too stretched out. With trophy support and maybe a few other filters or something they can throw on the game to maybe add a little bit more detail or something they can do. I know the games are kind of old at this point, but to play a PS1 game top notch to where the textures aren't moving all funny and stuff like that, like they did on the PS1, I think that would be insane. I think to have platinums on PS1 games would make me shit my pants. So that is my first prediction.
Okay. Okay. My next one.
Round two.
Cerny takes the stage. Mark Cerny takes the stage.
Okay.
He starts talking, and he announces Knack 2.
That's funny because that was a leak as well. Yeah. So
possibly.
it possibly.
Yeah.
So Knack 2, huh? You know what's funny is Mark Cerny takes the stage and announces Knack 2. What kind of reaction do you think people are going to give this? Because I looked at the sales for that game, and it was well over 2 million. So it is a launch title. So you got it.
They can do so much more to improve this
right.
from the first game.
It was very basic, but I really liked the
basic.
story. I really liked the story, and I felt like there was two stories told throughout that game. So I felt like I really got my money's worth.
There's nothing wrong with like a basic game as long as it's fun.
Right.
And it tells a good story.
Right. So is it that Assassin's Creed first game that we got, and then the next game is going to be crazy good? I think it will be.
Yeah.
That's kind of like how Little Big. A lot of people don't say this much, but that's how Little Big Planet was. Little Big Planet 1 is very basic. You jump, you run, you can grab things.
You know what? I don't think that because it still had a creative mode.
Right. Well, yeah, Little Big Planet was innovative for its time, but now that you look back, when that Little Big Planet 2 got announced, it just fucking blew Little Big Planet 1 out of the water. Everybody was like, holy shit. So I think that's what Knack is going to do. I think everybody's going to see Knack and go, okay, this looks good. You know what? It's going to cause everybody to go out and grab the original Knack, which is a fair game. I think it's at least a 7.5, in my opinion.
Yeah.
A lot of people might not agree with me, but I really enjoyed Knack. And for the time, there wasn't much to play on the PlayStation, or the PS4. So I really enjoyed it. So Knack 2, that's a great prediction. I hope that happens. My next prediction for round 2, we are going to get a Crash Bandicoot, wait for it, remastering of all 3 games.
Okay.
All 3 original games. And it comes Crash Team Racing as well. Okay. And there will be online leaderboards. And for Crash Team Racing, there will be online racing.
Okay.
And all 3 games have trophies. And like I said before, the PS1 support. I think this is going to be announced after that, just because everybody knows the PS1 games are coming, and this would make perfect sense. But this is going to be a remaster, and no one would expect it. But this is the only way that Sony would be able to give the fans what they want. It may not be a new Crash game, but Sony has 3 games from Crash, 4 games, including Crash Team Racing, unless there's a wacky ass Crash game that I don't know about. So. I think that's what they'll announce. A Crash Bandicoot. I don't know what they would call it.
Okay.
There's probably some. Can you come up with some kind of name they could slap on there? It makes it sound really cool. Instead of like Crash Bandicoot Remastered Collection.
I don't know.
Crash Bando Collection, Boogadaba Edition. Boogadaba. I don't know. But anyways, that's my prediction for round 2. What do you think about that, Garth?
That's good. I like that.
You like that? Okay.
Yeah.
Very nice. You
Yeah.
think it'll happen?
No. No. I wish. I hope it
Right.
does.
Okay.
I'm not saying I don't want it to happen.
All right.
But
What? All right. Round. Let's start round three.
my
Round three,
next
Garth.
prediction.
You're
My
up to
next
the plate.
prediction is that the leader to Rockstar Games steps up to the plate. He
Oh
comes out.
boy, I know where this is going.
Since Rockstar actually isn't having their own press conference, I don't think that they will announce Red Dead because I think that's going to be safe for another time. They step out and they announce Agent, and it's exclusive for PS4.
Which makes total sense because this game has been in the works for some time, as you can look through history of gaming and on Unseen 64, which just used to be a PS2 game and original Xbox game, which a lot of people didn't know about. When was this announced? 2006, 2007?
A long time ago.
A long time ago, yeah. 8 years ago, somewhere around there. But Agent, and it's weird that you say that because then the trademark just got renewed, didn't it?
It got renewed.
It got renewed. Okay. I wonder if they will announce it. Do we just get a screenshot again, or do we get a trailer? Okay. Is CG or gameplay?
Yes. In-game trailer, a trailer that's all in game because usually
All in game.
Rockstar's trailers is all in game.
Right,
So
and you know what? They at this point they have to, because this game has been in. Let's say, who knows? Nobody knows because Rockstar is so good at keeping secrets. Who knows? This game could be in development for so long, and then they just put it on the shelf. And Sony has probably said, "Hey, we have this contract with you. Where's this game?" Or who knows? It could have been an agreement to keep it on hold. No one knows. Maybe the technology wasn't there. Maybe it is now. I think you're right. I think we do.
That it'll say at the end of the trailer, it'll say 2017, but we don't know when in 2017.
2017. Okay. All right. I say they don't even say that. I say that we just see a trailer finally, and that's it. No release date, nothing, and then it goes quiet for a while. But who knows? I like that prediction. That's good. I didn't expect you to say that.
Yeah.
But I agree with you on that.
Yeah.
Fighting myself for the next prediction. Okay, this is round 3, right? Yeah. Okay. Which one do I want to go with next? I was gonna say God of War 4, but I think that's too obvious at this point.
Yeah.
I say we get a new Killzone announcement.
Okay.
I say we get Killzone 4, not Killzone some bullshit Shadowfall or some off the wall spin-off thing. I say we get Killzone 4, it goes back to Sev and Rico and company, and we find out what the fuck happened after them leaving Helgon and Stahl surviving. You don't really get to see him. Well, everybody knows he lives. Spoiler alert for Killzone Shadowfall if you haven't played it. Yeah, he's alive. And I won't say any more than that, so I won't ruin everything. But I want to find out what the fuck has happened in the last 30 years. You know what I mean? Because obviously the Helghast has been fighting back. So what do you think about that? I mean, because there's 2 guerrilla teams, and one is working on Horizon Zero Dawn, and the other one has been quiet since Shadowfall, and that's been that game was pretty much finished before PS4 came out. So what do you think? Do you think it's time for another Killzone game, or do you think they're putting Killzone up for a while? Or
I think they're going to put it up for a little bit. I think they want to focus on Horizon.
well, what about their other? We have 2 teams now, so
they do have 2 teams.
Yeah. So
I don't know.
Because I know they have a.
I think that if anything, that second team's probably working on a VR game more than anything.
Oh, they do have rigs, but that's Cambridge, isn't it?
Isn't that the other team?
I think it could be. Yeah, I think they're right. I think you're right. Yeah, yeah. I think Cambridge is it. Yeah. Yep, because they did what? They did the Vita game, and then Horizon's been going on for a long time now. Everybody knows that because we've seen concept art for a long time ago. Remember that?
Yeah.
And nobody ever stepped forward. And that was like right after Killzone 3. I think we heard about the concept art.
Yeah.
So I think we get a new Killzone game. Hoping Killzone 4. I can see a logo and everything in my head. And if that happens, I will shit my pants. So I screamed like a little girl when they announced Shadowfall. So even though it wasn't my favorite Killzone game, but the multiplayer is my favorite. And then a lot of people are gonna hate me, but it's Shadowfall 3 and then 2. Even though a lot of people really enjoyed 2. But that's my prediction. Let's start on round 4.
Okay, so I think Sony Bend is finally going to announce their game.
Is it going to be Dead Don't Ride? Or is it going to be something else people didn't expect?
Probably Dead Don't Ride.
Dead Don't Ride, okay. Yeah, because that is apparently the game they're working on. Apparently, no one really knows.
Nobody knows about it.
Right. And you know what? There's been plenty of rumors over the years that sounds similar to this, and then ends up being something totally different people didn't know about. What if we've seen like 8 Days come on stage?
Yeah.
You remember that? 8 Days?
Yeah, 8 Days. Yeah.
What if we've seen that? It's like, here it is. It's available now and free to play.
Yeah.
The whole game. The whole game.
With trophy support.
And all the textures aren't even there, but you can play through it.
You have to play it on PS3.
Yeah, it overheats your PS3 and it just blows up. Oh man, that'd be crazy. So Dead Don't Ride by Bend, Sony Bend, huh?
Yeah.
Because you know they've been quiet for a while. The last game they made was Uncharted Golden Abyss.
Been quiet, yeah.
Yeah, so and Uncharted Golden Abyss is great. I didn't finish that game, but that game was so damn good. So I was kind of overwhelmed at the time when I got my Vita because there was so much I could play because I was downloading all the PlayStation Plus stuff. So I started playing. I was playing 5 games at one time. It was a really bad idea. So I started getting really far in it and then jumped to something else. That was a really terrible mistake. So Sony Bend, man. We'll see what happens. I'm going to go ahead and do it for round 4. I'm going to say God of War. And everybody knows that this isn't even really a out of the water prediction or anything. Everybody knows God of War has been worked on for a while because that slipped out of Santa Monica's mouth a long time ago. So I Nordic setting has been rumored.
It might even open the show.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, we'll have to see. And I predict that Kratos. I predict that Kratos is not the main protagonist in this. I think we get either him as a form of an Easter egg, or some kind of past history, like a statue or something. I think we get something of him in the game. But I think that we
playing. You know what would be cool?
Hold on. I think you're gonna ruin it.
Oh, okay.
I think you're gonna ruin it. I think that it's gonna be a female character.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I was gonna say a female.
I knew you were gonna say it.
Yeah.
I was like, I can't let him ruin it. I say we play as a female protagonist, and she is like some super fucking badass.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, that would be good. Yeah.
That would be good. Yeah.
Okay, so you said for the 5th prediction, blow you out of the water, where you crap your pants.
Right.
Okay. So you see the Naughty Dog come out from the screen, and then you see the dude come out, and then they say, "Here."
Who are we gonna see? Neil Druckmann.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll see him or whoever from Naughty Dog. You know, anybody. Right. And you'll see The Last of Us sequel.
Oh, you beat me to it.
Yeah.
So the Last of Us.
Not The Last of Us 2. That's a stupid name. The Last of Us something. You know, it has to be.
I don't really care if it's Last of Us 2. I really don't care because, for one, the title's not going to mean anything because Naughty Dog just makes amazing games, so I don't even really care what it's called at this point. Even if it says Last of Us 2, whether it's Ellie by herself or whether it's Ellie and Joel again, at this point I really don't care because I just know that I'm going to go on an amazing roller coaster ride. So that's just me. Yeah. So Last of Us 2 or Last of Us.
And I do think
subtitle.
We see Ellie as one of the characters.
Okay.
Joel is not the main character, but he appears in it, but he's not like the main character. He's going to be. I think what I predict is Ellie's going to be a lot older, and Joel's going to be a lot older as well. He's going to be like
he's
old and stuff like that. That's what I think.
So, it'd be really cool is if he got to go back and play as Joel, within those 20 years that passed. I would like to. You know how Naughty Dog has been doing those big flashback things lately with the Uncharted games, Uncharted 3 and Uncharted
Yeah,
4.
yeah, that'd be good.
Spoiler alert. I mean, obviously, well, not really because you see it in the trailers. Um, but what if we went back and played as Joel? I think that'd be really cool.
Like as a kid and stuff.
Well, no. I mean, like after he lost his daughter
Right. Yeah.
and through those
Yeah.
time periods,
Sure.
and find out how all the Fireflies and stuff came to be. I think that'd be really cool.
Yeah. Explain it, but
Right.
explain it a little bit better, you know.
Right, yeah, because it just jumped 20 years later. So, that was a really good one. I like that. But I want to jump in on your prediction and say that I say we see the Naughty Dog logo, Neil Druckmann comes out, but as soon as the trailer starts,
You're gonna say Crash Bandicoot, aren't you?
no, I'm not.
No.
No. This is still The Last of Us. No, I'm just jumping in on your prediction real quick of how the trailer is gonna start. I say it starts at her feet and she's walking, and then when it goes up, and then it pans up and like she turns around because she hears something. I'm not gonna say what she hears because I really don't know, but that's when the crowd is just gonna be like, "Oh my god, holy shit!" You know, like they're gonna see Ellie's face and she's older, and you know no one knows how it looks. She's always kind of had that short hair. It's not really super long. I mean, it's long, but it's not really long. And I think she's gonna have like this long hair, and everybody's gonna see her as an older person. But who knows how things are now? You know, it's been a long time, and she's older. She's gonna obviously carry a bow and arrow. You know, she's a badass with that. So
Yeah.
I think okay, fine. If she turns around for reasons because Joel calls her.
Yeah.
So that's my
Do you
prediction.
think, you know what I think too? I think she'll be more acrobatic. I think maybe she can like jump around more.
Right? Yeah.
Maybe.
She's got to adapt to her environment, right? So
Because she's bigger and she can do more things. So I think
right,
she'll
yeah.
be more
Be more limber, more her length of her body's better. I honestly think that Joel will be in The Last of Us because for one, you can't get rid of Troy Baker. He kind of helped make the game what it is, and since he's becoming a big star in the industry, I think that you just can't get rid of him right away. But that's a really good one. Just because I don't know, we've been sitting here talking about it for a little bit. That's a good one. So out of the water prediction.
I think I know what you're going to say. You want me to take a guess what I think you're going to say?
Sure, go for it.
The Spider-Man game from Sucker Punch.
That actually wasn't even in my predictions.
Okay.
Surprisingly, yeah. Because Spider-Man is my favorite Marvel superhero.
Yeah,
but I do think we will see that. I really do. I'm not
It'd
gonna.
be weird though. It would be weird, but it'd be cool though at the same time.
What's that?
I said it'd be weird seeing that, but it would be cool at the same time.
Because look at what Rocksteady's done with Batman. It'd kind of be like rinse and repeat. And the industry has to see that. If you put a good, any kind of like, even if it was a villain, if it was a superhero, whatever, if you put that character in our franchise and that long running history of that character in good hands, it's going to be good.
You know, what would be
and
awesome though.
Yeah.
Those cutscenes, like those comic book type cutscenes for Spider-Man with Sucker Punch, that'd be great.
That would be great. That would be insane. Like the original Cole, the original Infamous. It was apparently rumored too, since we're on the topic of this, was the Infamous collection that was supposed to be coming over, with Infamous 1, Infamous 2, and what's the other one?
Second Son.
No. The spin-off Halloween kind of.
The vampire game.
Yeah. I can't remember what it's called, but
Earned in Blood or something like that. I don't know.
Something, yeah. But I heard it was really good, and I have, but I have all three of them, but I haven't played that one. But my last prediction, I was kind of stumped, really, and I was trying to think of something really good, and you pretty much got something I was thinking of, like Last of Us whole thing. But I honestly, at this point, think we're going to get a big new IP that no one expects. I mean, I know that sounds like I'm taking the easy way out for my last prediction, but I think it's going to be something that's going to blow people's minds that Sony's been really quiet about and kept secret, which Sony isn't very good at sometimes. So like Sony has a big mouth. A new IP
or a new IP brought back from the dead.
It can be either of those. But I think they're going to shock the world when they do it. I think that they're saving something really, really big for the end. Because if you remember at the PlayStation experience, remember how it got cut off kind of awkwardly? And Sony said they were like, we did have something, but we wanted to wait. It didn't go according to plan. We didn't have enough time, whatever. And everybody was kind of pissed off about that. Like, wow, it just got shut down really randomly. And they seen Shuhei or something like that. Like he was going to walk out on stage and got interrupted. And that was it. I think we're going to see something massive that they, I know that there was some game that was similar to Destiny by Sony, was it San Diego? Not San Diego, but Santa Monica. Pretty much same studio. But I think we're going to see something from them. A massive game that no one expects. So I think that's going to be the last big prediction. Something insane. Maybe revive a new IP, or maybe a new IP. It's going to be huge.
You know what I think we'll see? I think we'll see Crash Bandicoot, but
right,
we'll see Crash Bandicoot,
but in Skylanders.
And Skylanders.
So that was your prediction you put up on the Facebook page, or was that something you read?
That was something on N4G. Ooh, that's not very. That's kind of scary.
Oh, was it like an opinion piece, or was it news or rumor?
Yeah, it was like a rumor of it, like kind of being.
Oh, okay. Well, at this point, I don't know what to believe, especially with all these E3 crap. I've seen stuff that looks so fake. Because I started reading it and I was like, wow, this sounds really bad. Like some 6-year-old wrote it. I don't know, man. It's gonna be crazy. I've never been more excited. And you know, it's funny. We never even went into VR these 5 times. We never went into
We never went into VR.
You went into pricing, which I meant to touch on, and I'll get to that in a second. And we never talked about the PlayStation Neo once.
No, we didn't.
So let's talk about that really quick. So the people are listening. I'm sure they want us to talk about a little bit of this. Okay, you said the Vita at $100, right?
$100. Yeah.
But the Vita is already at $199. So you think it's gonna take a full $100 drop?
I think that they would be willing to do that, but I think they would have to like redesign it again.
Really? I don't think so. I think it's good.
Because the PSP had 3 different designs.
True. What, the PSP Go? You're talking about the model 1000, 2000,
yeah.
3000?
Yeah.
Okay.
They had three different designs and probably make it even a smaller version. Maybe.
But how much more cheaper could you go with the Vita with like the the cheap
know.
plastic and the
I know.
LCD? But okay, so you're saying $100?
I think Sony is desperate to compete with the 3DS.
Okay. I do also say $100. But I don't think it's going to be reimagined again. But I think we'll get more colors. I think that's the only thing they can do at this point.
If it doesn't drop to $99, it'll drop to $129.
Okay. So if they dropped $100, the reimagine that you're talking about, do you see getting an L2 and R2 with a small touch on the back?
No.
Oh, okay. By the way, if you guys didn't know, which I have, you guys can go over to Play Asia, buy the cover for it. It has L2 and R2 that touches the back rear touchpad for you. So it just feels like you have a DualShock 4 in your hands, and it's fucking amazing. And it gives you no reason not to go get a Vita. Yeah, it's kind of high up there, like $60 for this thing, but it's fucking worth it. Go get a goddamn Vita. The reason it's the way it is because you guys didn't fucking support it. Anyways, I'm over here on Vita Island having a good time. The PS3, I say it gets dropped down to $99.99. $99.99.
You think they'll come out with an even slimmer version?
No, I think the George Foreman is so fucking cheap at this point.
Yeah,
that thing is a piece of plastic on its own. A thin, flimsy piece of plastic. I think it's $100, and it comes with some kind of bundle. It's got. I'm trying to think of something that might sell.
I think it'll come with like an Uncharted bundle or
like 1, 2, and 3. Yeah, I can see that. Or maybe even like a
Resistance bundle or a Naughty Dog bundle or something like
or I think it'll be like the greatest hits bundle with some of the best greatest hits game. Maybe like 3 of them. And watch it be all digital vouchers. Sadly, that's what they do these days. I think that's what we'll get on the pricing. Let's jump over to the Neo really quick because we haven't talked much about this in a long time because at one point that's all we did was talk about it. We don't know much. We know the hardware, the
Yeah.
CPU, the GPU, the actual CPU is the same. Well, I think it's got overclocked. I can't remember, something like that. But the GPU is actually bumped up quite a bit, surprisingly. Um, and the memory there was, I think it's what 8 gigs still, DDR5, which I think is going to be fine. But what do you think this thing is going to be priced at? Do you think I know it's pretty much coming out because of VR, and it makes sense. But we're also going to get a Neo mode in most games.
First, I want to say that I think the regular PS4, the one that's out now, will be dropped $30.
Okay.
It'll be at 380, 379.
Okay, 379. Okay, that's actually a pretty good price.
And then because usually when console drops, they usually drop by $30.
Hold on. It's already at 350.
Is it? I thought it was 399 still. Because I know the Xbox is at.
No, didn't they drop? They dropped it to 350.
No,
didn't they? Because
no,
it was
I know
400. It was $399.
I know it was. I know it was 350 for a little bit, but I think it.
No,
I think it's.
I think it's.
I know the Xbox is three.
No, it got an official price drop at PlayStation Experience. $50 price cut.
Did it?
Yeah, so it's 350. I say it gets dropped down to 299.
299.
Yeah, 299. Where Xbox is, they have to still compete, and I think if they're coming out with the Neo, I think the Neo's going to be at $450. That's what I think.
I think it'll be 400.
400. Okay.
They're going to keep the same.
Okay. I say it comes with a 2 terabyte hard drive and at $450. Actually, it'll be $449.
I think $499 if you want the bundle.
Oh, with the VR headset?
Yeah, for
okay. And it probably comes with VR Worlds or whatever it is, the PlayStation thing. Who knows? It might come with rigs too. I can see them doing a bundle with rigs because they're trying to get that thing off the ground and esports style. That's what they want to aim for, shoot for. Okay, so the Neo at that. And another thing, what do you think they're gonna do? How do you think they're gonna approach Neo? Showing games off on Neo, like all these new games like God of War.
I don't know. I think before they announce the game, they'll be like, "This is a game that's running directly on the 4K."
I just came up with. Okay, yeah. I just came up with something the other day, and this might kind of blow your mind. What if the PlayStation Neo isn't what you think it is? What if it's this processing box that's just like the one that comes with the VR? And all you do is hook up the VR to it if you want to, or just hook it directly to your PlayStation that has all the processing power and does all the extra work. Yeah, it won't look great, but what if that's all it is? Is this little processing box that you hook up to your, has like these cross hookups to your PS4, or if you want to hook it up to your VR, you can as well. What do you think about that? If it's this little box that has to sit next to your PS4, which isn't a bad thing.
It's more convenient, you know.
It is. Console. And not only that, it could be a lot cheaper than we think if it's a small processing unit and not this big console that everybody thinks.
They would have to make it compact and sleek. They
right.
They couldn't make it where it's like, oh, here's your head on. It's like this big ugly
big bulky thing. Yeah, I think they could pull it off. If it it doesn't have a disk drive.
I like that idea actually more than I like that idea more than the actual console.
Right, and that takes away my hard drive.
I think Sony would save money that way. That way, it doesn't confuse the audience. They're like, oh, I gotta buy a whole new thing, you know.
Right, yeah. And I started thinking about that because I was like, you know what? What if this entire thing, everybody's just freaking out? And it's not going to be. I mean, yeah, you still would have to buy this little box. It's going to make your games look better and run better, your console run better, whatever. But that's what VR is. It's hooked up to this processing unit that is, it's doing some of the heavy lifting of like projecting the image onto your television and all that good stuff, and helping the FPS and all that. And then there's a lot of the lifting the console does too on its own. This wouldn't be the first expansion we would see like this. We've seen something similar like the 32X, Nintendo 62X, and the Nintendo 64.
That didn't work out very well.
Right, yeah. So we'd have to see what happens. But I will say that would take my hard drive prediction away. the hard drive is already removable from the PS4, so this makes a lot of
Yeah.
sense if you think about it. This could be exactly spot on. So I think it could be cheaper that way too. It wouldn't have to worry about a disk drive. It wouldn't have to worry about hard drive. All it is a GPU, CPU, and then your RAM is just running off your basic system. Because if you look at the specs, eight gigs of RAM, DDR5 is what it says. That didn't change. So is that what's already in this PS4 now? Is what they're using, and just the processing unit is different.
Yeah.
So I think that's really good.
I think that if they did announce a new console, like the new version, it'll be a new design. It'll be like a sleeker version.
Yeah, that's true. I think we will get a Slim. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I think we'll get a Slim too. A Slim as well, I should say. I think it's gonna look the same, like the kind of slick cut look that it has now,
Yeah.
but it's gonna be really like thin. So
Yeah.
and maybe shorter. So we'll see what happens. Sony's great at doing like slim versions of the consoles. I always like the slim better than I do the original.
Yeah.
If you think about it, they've already kind of redesigned the console in a way because now they have the matte black. They actually have buttons on it. They're not pressure
Which
sensitive.
was the design they should have went with in the first place.
Right. Yeah.
I like that design more.
That's true. Because the sleek kind of like matte with the shimmer or whatever color, it kind of gets scratched. Yeah, it gets scratched up. Yeah.
Yeah.
You could also
But
replace
also,
it, but
it's a magnet.
right. Oh, your dog is going nice. They don't like each other right now.
They came to visit me. I don't know why.
Yeah, they're like, but a lot of people are saying they're having problems with the buttons, and now they have the push buttons. I think that'll be just fine. So, but anyways, that is my prediction. Pretty much as the Slim will be smaller, same look. I'm guessing Garth will be right back.
Sort
As
of
a-
like they might have like a bigger,
There you are.
better fan where it's not so loud.
That's true. We'll have to see how that works. Maybe they can make some
Even
adjustments.
though the newer ones now have pretty good fans in them.
Right, my original
And
is
it's
still pretty
less-
fucking loud.
And it's less power as well.
That's true. That's true. Well, Garth, I think we've predicted
Covered a lot of stuff, yeah.
we did a lot more than I thought we would. What do you say we jump into some leaks and all that good stuff that's already supposedly going to be at E3 conferences,
Yeah,
whether
and
it's
and then we'll do the greatest hits, and then we'll get out of here.
sounds like a plan. And EA, I'm ready for not EA, E3.
EA.
I'm ready for E3 as a whole. I'm very excited. It's going to be a crazy weekend in the beginning of next week. So, all right, let's jump into the first little bits of news. I hope you guys enjoyed the predictions. If you guys don't want to hear any kind of possible spoilers or anything that's been leaked, I recommend you leave now. But if you want to stay, that's fine. That's what you're here for. We're here to entertain you. All right, Devil May Cry 5 outed by voice actor. Devil May Cry 5 looks to be coming to a console near you in the not so distant future, or at least that's what it looks like. So a voice actor of Devil May Cry, I don't want to dig too deep and find out his name, but he said that Devil May Cry is going to be out, which doesn't seem to be a big surprise. Ninja Theory worked on the Devil May Cry reboot. This is supposedly Devil May Cry 5. Sounds like they're going to go back to the roots. Devil May Cry 4 was the last one that was made. And then they did a remaster of that. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
But they did, like, or so, like, Dante's supposedly going to have long hair.
right, yeah. Yeah, because they had to cut his hair for the reboot.
I like the original, or not the original, but the reboot.
I did too.
I thought it was good.
I thought it was good too. And I'm not a long or big time fan of DMC or anything, but when the remake came out, it actually caught more of my interest than the original did. But hey, you know what? A lot of fans have been, I don't want to say crying, but have been anticipating another entry to the series because they did remaster 4, which kind of makes sense if they're doing a 5th one. So you guys can expect that. Possibly at E3. I know that Capcom I think they're gonna have a heavy presence on the Sony stage with the new Resident Evil reboot and all that stuff. But we'll have to wait and see how that goes. But yeah, we'll see where they announce that. It could be on Microsoft's side of things. Who knows? It could be on Sony's side of things. Next little bit of news that I have. May 2016 NPD results. Uncharted finds its fortune ahead of Doom and Overwatch. Nathan Drake found a big old buckle of gold. Gold, I guess the other article already says gold doubloons. Okay. For Sony Interactive Entertainment, as Uncharted looks like it sold a few systems. So that's good. Uncharted 4 is still on top. That's awesome.
That's why we have exclusive, right? To sell the systems.
To sell the systems. That's true, because some people just buy the systems for Uncharted, like, obviously, and all kinds of other games. So, hats off to Naughty Dog. Congratulations to them, especially with Overwatch. A lot, like I told you, Overwatch didn't hit the quota, especially on midnight launch day that Blizzard thought it was going to. But still doing fairly good. It's very popular right now. Same with Doom. So good to see Uncharted still on top. Good 3 games there, though. Next little bit of news that we have. Until Dawn creator Supermassive plots multi-platform move. Supermassive Games says it wants to end its status as a Sony exclusive developer. The firm has a strong relationship with Sony, which has commissioned most of the studio's titles. The most recent was the BAFTA-winning horror game Until Dawn, which is a fucking awesome game, by the way. If you haven't got it, I recommend going and playing it.
It's only $20 now.
Right. It caught a lot of people off guard. A lot of people. I mean, Sony didn't advertise for this game because they didn't think it was going to sell. Originally a move game that went a little bit of a move, not to make any kind of pun, but in development and go more towards a traditional style game, not motion. So Until Dawn was great. It caught a lot of people off guard and sold really well too, and with critics did very well. So Supermassive Games looks to be moving along, possibly over to Xbox, maybe doing some things for Nintendo NX, eventually, or maybe, I know you might laugh at that, maybe chuckling deep down, like, oh, really moving over to Nintendo.
No,
maybe doing some right, maybe doing some things over on PC side, releasing something on Steam. I don't know.
Definitely, probably some PC stuff.
Yeah, maybe are moving over to Xbox. Maybe Microsoft has been looking at them after them doing Until Dawn and impressing a lot of people. Maybe they're saying, hey, you know what? Got a little money over here. Would you like to make something? All right, next is a PlayStation exclusive that we all seen not too long ago. Detroit will be at E3, not the state, but the game, Detroit. Quantic Dream's next game confirmed to be making an appearance. PS4 exclusive Detroit, the game from Heavy Rain developer Quantic Dream and David Cage, if you didn't know, will be at E3. It's been confirmed. The news came from game's personality, Greg Miller, which we all know and love. Greg Miller, a boy over at PS I Love You, him and Colin, who revealed last night that he was excited to open Tuesday with Horizon Zero Dawn, Batman, Walking Dead, Detroit, and more. If he mentioned that during the cast of PS I Love You, I didn't catch that, not the Detroit thing. But I did hear him say something about Batman, The Walking Dead, and Horizon Zero Dawn. So, don't know if he meant to say that or not, but that is good to hear. We've only seen the trailer for that game, which actually was Car. Remember that? When it was the engine demo?
Yeah.
Oh, did you watch that?
Yeah.
Oh, you didn't? Yeah. I thought that was awesome. I'm glad they're bringing it to life. Next bit of news that I'm not really too impressed with, but I know there's a lot of Destiny fans out there. Destiny Rise of Iron expansion officially announced with a new trailer and features PS4, Xbox One only. So it's not coming to PC. If a lot of PC guys are expecting something at this announcement, not getting it. I know they said they wasn't throwing that out the window right away. So the new Destiny expansion will be coming. And to mention it again, it's Destiny's Rise of Iron expansion. Today, Bungie officially announced a Rise of Iron, the upcoming and leaked expansion. Yes, it did get leaked. We talked about it a while back as well. Of Destiny coming September 20th, only on PS4 and Xbox One. So if you're a big Destiny fan, you can look forward to that. Garth, you're excited for this, right? Okay.
Excuse me. I just.
Oh, you're yawning. Oh, sorry.
Woke up from a nap.
Oh, I'm sorry. My bad. Well, it was a short nap. Nice cat nap. All right, Garth. I know you're not the biggest fan.
People mention Destiny, and I fall asleep.
Well, here's something a little more exciting, but I know you're not the biggest fan, but fans say this could be their favorite iteration in the Final Fantasy series. Final Fantasy
Yes.
12, the Zodiac Age PS4 HD remastered,
Now
announced
now
by
that's
Square
good
Enix.
news. Now that's good news.
Yeah, some other stuff we got from Square Enix was Kingdom Hearts was at 2.8. I seen the trailer for that. Looked
What is
very
that?
cool. It's a Dream Drop Distance, which was on the 3DS. That's coming over,
Okay.
all upscaled and everything, or remastered HD and all that.
Okay.
Some of the other games, I'm not sure if it was one on PSP or not, but a bunch of the others, it's like the side games, kind of like prequel, sequel kind of stuff. I don't really know what I'm talking about, as you know, I really don't know too much about the Kingdom Hearts games, but I know it's like Dream Drop Distance and some other stuff in there. Looks like a massive bundle. Looks like it's going to be worth the money. But Final Fantasy 12, the Zodiac Age PS4 HD remaster announced by Square Enix. Square Enix just announced Final Fantasy 12, the Zodiac Age, and HD remaster of the classic Final Fantasy 12 coming to PS4 in 2017. All right, moving on to another game that got a release date for 2017. 2017 is looking pretty good at earliest at best so far. Horizon Zero Dawn, sadly, got a release date announced for 2017 in a new trailer debut. Herman Holst, my buddy, the creator of Killzone, he went over and said, we've been quiet in recent months, but rest assured that development on Horizon Zero Dawn is still going full steam ahead. In fact, I'm excited to be able to break the silence today with a brand new trailer focusing our lead character, Aloy. We're exploring the mysterious of her origin, her journey as an outcast, and the events that set her on a dangerous quest. If you haven't checked out the trailer, Garth, I know you haven't. Highly recommend it. The game looks beautiful. I know we're all excited about that game,
I know
though.
it probably is. I know.
Yeah. Garth, you're not a big Elder Scrolls fan, are you? Or even at all?
I don't hate the games, but you know I do like the series and I appreciate it. But I never played Skyrim. I only played Oblivion.
Well, guess what? You're in luck. Elder
Yeah.
Scrolls 5 this room has been going everywhere. Skyrim Definitive Edition. The pre-order went up actually.
Yeah.
Uh,
I heard it's
so
only
this
$39.99 too.
Right, and with all the DLC and apparently
perfect.
with mod support ready to go, this could confirm an E3 2016 reveal. With recent rumors of Skyrim Remaster being released and announced during E3 2016, some more pretty exciting news has hit the scene. With the website putting up a definitive edition of the game up for sale, a definitive edition is usually released by the initial developer with some form of an update, either graphically or in the engine. And we also got a while back they advertised and said, "Hey, we actually already did this in house just for like strategy kind of work, getting the idea of how it would work on new consoles, just kind of a study for in house and something for the developers to do." And they said, "Guess what? You can't play it." But it looks like, you know what? Since they went ahead and made this, they're probably like, you know, let's make some money out of this, which I don't blame them. They've been hard at work and then decide to release it. That's on them. That's fine. And with all the DLC included and apparently mod support, which is why something like this would be a huge thing to go on with. The game is due for release on November 23rd, 2016, according to the site. But take all this with a grain of salt. Don't say, okay, it's confirmed, because if you think what we're saying is confirmed, it's not. These are all mainly rumors. Nothing is really confirmed yet, except some of the Horizon Zero Dawn, the Detroit thing, and the next little bit of news I'm getting ready to read to you. But I'm going to also read some Bethesda conference stuff, so don't believe that. But this next news after this is 100%. Not trying to confuse you guys. I just don't want you to believe everything we tell you. With a grain of salt, take this. But yeah, it looks like it could be a possibility. All right, Garth. WWE 2K17 got a release date. Well, release date is leaked. But what do you think about the Goldberg pre-order stuff?
I think that'll attract a lot of old school fans.
Right.
Yeah, and a lot of people just me and you like something.
Another game they need to get the goddamn career right. Oh my god, it's fucking.
Yeah.
I keep trying to go back to 2K16. Yeah, I keep trying to go back and play it, and I don't know if I can do it much longer. It's fucking killing me. But it looks like another game has had a release date leaked before an official announcement. a UK retailer has listed WWE 2K17 with a release date of October 21st, 2016. Which this is not a really big surprise because obviously this game is going to get a release date somewhere in October or
Yeah, it's not
September.
like a shock or anything.
Right.
Just do expect it, you know.
Right, which would be on a Friday, which we see a lot of games release on, a Tuesday, a Wednesday, or a Friday. But yeah, October. Let's see, that's in the UK, but for the US it'd be October 18th, so not 21st. But let's see, is that correct? Hold on, release date will have a release date, so it's very likely that the release date will have a release date. Oh, okay, no, okay, in the US, yeah, okay, the 18th. Sorry, just making sure that's right. Yeah, for American players, the 18th. For UK, the 21st, 2016. Hopefully they get that career right. And the Goldberg stuff seems kind of cool. All right.
Yeah.
The biggest news of them all, it's some more Bethesda news, which you already talked about, the Skyrim remaster. But their entire conference apparently got leaked, with Prey 2 being one of the games, which that excites me. That's awesome. I know they're taking a different route. I'm not sure if it's going to... I heard the main character of Prey. I'm trying to remember the guy's goddamn name.
He was like a
Native American. Yeah, but apparently he is mentioned. He's supposed to be mentioned in this, so I'm guessing it's a direct sequel or maybe a prequel, even though it has a number 2 on it. I don't know in Origins. But Prey 2, they
may not even call it 2 because it's been
right.
so long since the
right.
first.
It could be Prey with a subtitle. But anyways, that makes me really excited. I really enjoyed the first game a lot, which I'm not sure how much it's going to have to do with that. But the first game was a really good hidden gem on the Xbox 360. So if you have, or even PC, if you haven't played it, I highly recommend it.
The graphics for the time were pretty amazing, and I love the concept of like.
And 2K was the publisher.
Going on top of ceilings and stuff.
Yeah, the multiplayer was really cool. The next game on their conference that got leaked is kind of a no-brainer, which everybody kind of expects and predicts to be there. Wolfenstein 2 was it Machine Games, and they did an outstanding job on Wolfenstein: The New Order. I fucking love that game. I gave it a 9.5. So, man, that game blew me out of the water. Especially the ending of that game was fucking outstanding. Another game, which the original I haven't finished, but every bit I've played of it, I fucking love. Especially if you have played Resident Evil 4, then you'll love this. Evil Within 2 to be announced as well. So, a lot of people are saying that's probably not going to happen. But that's Tango Games. I think Bethesda bought them. So I can see. I think they will announce it. I think they still need to get some more out of that studio. So that's the conference that got leaked. But I still think that we'll see Fallout 4 DLC. What do you think, Garth? More mods, DLC?
More DLC.
Maybe PS4 mod announcement?
Yeah.
Doom DLC as well. What do you think about a... we talked about this before. What do you think about a Quake?
I told you this before. A Quake tease. A Quake.
Kind of like how we got Doom last time. Nobody expected.
Yeah.
So you think we'll get a Quake this time? That would be fucking awesome, man. Hopefully, Machine Games has like 2 teams.
And it won't be called Quake 5. It'll just be called Quake.
Just Quake, yeah. Just straight up Quake. That's what I say.
Just like Doom.
Yeah, that would be it. But that's it for news. That's all the topics we have. So you know what that means, Garth. It is time for Greatest Hits Game of the Week, and it is your turn this week to bring it. I'm excited. And we don't tell each other this, so if you're sticking around, if you're listening to the live show, much appreciated. We're getting ready to do Topic of the Week. Sometimes I bring one. Sometimes Garth brings one. We take turns. We swap. Garth, what is your Greatest Hits Game of the Week? Spill the beans.
This one is a launch title.
Let me do a drum roll for you.
Whoa. ESPN Extreme Games.
ESPN Extreme Games for which Sony console is that?
For PS1.
PS1. ESPN Extreme Games.
It was a launch title for PS1.
Okay. And it's Extreme Games.
This is
so
basically the first game before 2 Extreme and 3 Extreme.
Oh, okay. So this was the Extreme. Like, you know what's funny is because the 2 Extreme and 3 Extreme don't have any ESPN on it at all.
No, it doesn't.
Okay. That's when you said ESPN Extreme. That threw me off. Okay, so what kind of extreme sports do we have on here? Or
We have Street
games?
Luge,
Okay.
which is my favorite. We have Salt Lake City, Utah, as for locations. We got, I think, Africa as well. We got mountain bikes.
Wow.
Uh, we got skateboards. I believe snowboards as well. So yeah, that there's 4 events. It was a
That's
launch title,
awesome.
so it's very basic.
Right.
Uh, but yeah, I love these type of games. You know, I don't know how you like them or not. Like Two Extremes, was great. Three Extreme was also great. It was done by 99 Studio.
99 Studios, which is eventually turned into Sony Santa Monica.
Yes.
So I kind of missed that in 989. They really gave a cool sports vibe.
Yeah.
To me, anyways, I think it gave a really cool sports vibe, like something that EA did, and I kind of wish they kept that because if they did keep it, it would kind of separate them. Kind of like Microsoft did
Yeah.
that too. They did the what was that? Xbox Sports
The name
XSN.
stands out. Yeah.
Yeah, Microsoft did that XSN kind of thing, and I
Oh
like
yeah,
that. That didn't last very long.
I remember that. That was when every single cover was like orange and it had athletes standing on it.
Right? Yeah. So that's cool though. I
No,
mean,
but so did you ever play this one? It was a launch title. It was also renamed later to One Extreme.
what really? So
Yeah.
what? Like copies they reprinted?
Yeah, it was copies they reprinted. I actually owned it. I owned the version One Extreme.
Oh wow! So I wonder if that ESPN Extreme is worth any money.
Yeah. This ESPN Extreme game was
What a
a
terrible
long
name, by the way. One
was a
Extreme.
yeah it was a long box game.
Okay, yeah, you said it was a launch title. I remember those ugly ass long box games.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, this game really brings me back. I mean, music and everything. It was really hard, and the
Right.
graphics are horrible. But I think that it
When's the last time you played it?
I want to say like 15 years ago, probably.
Oh wow, 15 years ago. Huh?
Yeah,
Damn.
probably like 2001, 2002,
Woo. Holy
somewhere
shit.
in there. So yeah, it's been a while
You know,
since I last played it.
I only played it Two Extreme, and it was a demo disc, and it was a rollerblading one. I mean, it was pretty bad, a pretty terrible game.
You said it was bad. I see. I enjoyed it.
Well, because there was a lot of games that are already doing like 3D stuff when it came to stuff like that, and had that 2D kind of vibe
Yeah,
to it.
It was like a Mortal Kombat look.
Right, yeah, and that I wasn't digging that at the time. I was really into the whole 3D.
3 Extreme was a lot better because it was actually fully 3D.
I see. I didn't play that one. I knew it came out, but
3 Extreme
apparently
was
those
the-
games sold well enough.
3 Extreme was the best game.
Okay. See, apparently those games sold well enough to get 3 games. So
3 Extreme, you could do tricks, you could do grinds and all that stuff while you're going down, and it was awesome. 3 Extreme was awesome.
I'm gonna look that up real quick.
That whole trilogy is worth checking out. It's a forgotten PlayStation trilogy that is never spoken about.
Yeah, I never hear. I never hear anyone. Let me see. 3 Extreme PS1.
I know it sounded funny, right? When I said ESPN Extreme Games, you're like, what?
Hey, here we go. I have 3 Extreme, or PS1 3 Extreme Season Mode Amateur Circuit. I'm gonna fast forward here, and it's skateboarding. Okay.
The gameplay.
Yeah. They have some downhill. I like how it's in 3D. It's cool though because you're going downhill, but you have these borders you can go through, like checkpoints, and they have rails and stuff too. That's cool. Oh my god, no way! There was this bridge that you had to jump across.
Yeah.
And there's no way you can make that gap. It's so massive, but it looks cool though.
The controls are pretty bad. I mean, if you play this game, the controls are gonna be like, oh, this is horrible because it's so hard to turn because you're going so fast.
I'm watching that now. Yeah, and you can't even get all the gates because it's so hard to turn.
Because you're going so fast.
And you had to use a D-pad. Oh, you probably use an analog stick by this time in this game.
hopefully, actually, maybe in 3 you can, but in all the other ones, you had to use the D-pad. Yeah, it sucked. Go
Okay.
look up, go look up ESPN Extreme gameplay, right? Like as we're speaking, and you'll be like,
Okay.
"Ooh, wow, this doesn't look good."
Yeah. Okay. ESPN Extreme Games 1 Extreme. ESPN Extreme Games Utah. All right. Let me look. Yeah, it's been a while, but
It brings me back. Like this game was so. I
well,
it
you know
might.
what? It actually had 3D environments, and I didn't think it did. I thought it was all like
Okay.
2D side scroll. Okay, it doesn't
Yeah,
look
yeah,
as bad as I remember.
yeah.
Actually, I mean, it doesn't look as cool as you think it
No,
would.
no.
But what are you gonna do, right?
Yeah, yeah. But the frame rate was good. Like it was super fast, super smooth. You know.
Yeah.
And I think
Was it
that's why the graphics suffered as much as they did because they wanted to keep the frame rates so smooth.
right? Yeah. It looks like this. Let's see. I'm trying to check out these comments real quick. Oh my god, I love this game as a kid. Awesome video. Uh, let's see. You freaking kids today could never understand how mind blowing this looked in 1985. At 3:07 of the video, eat that boulder, bitch. Nostalgia overload. I want a remake for this game, which we'd never get,
No,
sadly.
you'll never get.
Yeah. Oh wow, there's a game on PS1 that was called Pepsi Man.
Oh yeah, yeah.
That is fucking terrible.
I think it was only in Japan as well. It was like a promotion type of
Right. I'm just sitting here looking at like the videos that are
hilarious.
recommended, and
Yeah.
the original driver is actually coming up
Ah,
next.
yes, yes. Which
So
isn't one of the greatest hits yet, but it might be one.
yeah, that's for
But
sure.
yeah, like there's that game was also like graphically like wow, mind blowing at the time.
Oh, easily, easily, easily.
Yeah.
Well, Garth, you caught me off guard with the greatest hits game once again. Next week will be my
Yeah.
turn, and next week will be your turn to bring topic of the week. It's been a good show so far. I hope you guys enjoyed our E3 predictions. I kind of caught myself, or you caught me off guard with your E3 predictions. I hope I did the same to you. But we'll see what happens. So I want to do this now. Okay, I remember what predictions you have. You remember what predictions I have. We'll keep
Yeah.
score, and whoever does the best, will have to do something. I don't know, do
Okay.
exactly what,
I'll
but
do a
we'll
dance.
yeah, we'll have to do something, and we'll figure that out later. But anyways, guys, I appreciate you coming and listening to PlayStation to Pizza. This is episode 11. I'm your host, Chris Gillette, along with Garth Moore. And this is PlayStation to Pizza. You guys can check us out every week. This is GCN's, that's GamerCade Network. This is GCN's PlayStation centric podcast. If you guys want to check out all of our good stuff, like our podcast, what we're doing at Twitter, or One Stop Shop, all that good stuff, where you find out what we're just what we're doing in general, all of our activities, gamercade.squarespace.com. If you guys want to go over to our Facebook page, which the conversation is always going on, and it doesn't have to end here with us, go to facebook.com/groups/gamercade and go over there and join as soon as possible. If you just want to search for that on Facebook, it has a little trademark next to GamerCade, so you guys can do that if you like. If you want to follow me on Twitter, I'm the XKillXZoneX. If you want to add me on PSN, I'm XKillXZoneX. So yeah, guys, shoot me a friend request, and I'd be more than happy to play something with you. Also on PSN, we do have a group. It's GamerCade. You can go over there, search, just become a member. We have, I think, somewhere around like 50 or something right now. So more the merrier. I always keep forgetting to promote that. Probably have more by now. If you just want to follow the GamerCade Twitter, the GCN Twitter, it's GamerCade1986. And over on YouTube, you can check out the live stream, the podcast that we're doing now, or you can check it out after hours whenever we're done with PlayStation Pizza or GCN's Gamescast. It is youtube.com/GamerCade1986. And we have a bunch of different content you guys can go check out over there as well, besides our podcast. So that's it. Garth, you available?
Yes.
Okay, Garth, where can these lovely listeners find you on PSN? What's your ID and social media?
Add me on PSN for SpongeBob. Follow me on Twitter, SpongeBob. Follow me on Instagram, SpongeBob. Follow me on Twitch, SpongeBob _. And subscribe to me on YouTube, SpongeBob. Yeah.
Lovely, lovely. All right, guys. Remember, this is your ultimate destination for everything PlayStation. Until next time, guys, game on.